You are listening to the Empath Now Podcast. Be sure to go to empathnow.com and sign up for the free Empath Now Empowerment Source. The Empath Now Empowerment Source is full of free tools and resources to help you become more empowered as an empath. This is your host, Tara McGillicuddy.
Hi, this is Tara, and yes, I'm finally back with a new episode for the Empath Now podcast. And today what I'm going to talk to you about is the dense, thick energy a lot of us, especially those of us as empaths, have experienced this past year. And this is related to why I haven't done an episode in a couple months. This energy, I've been dealing with it. It's like this, thick isn't even the best word, thick, dense. I have talked to people and they've faced similar things this year. And it's almost as if I have been trying to walk through energetic molasses and at the same time bumping into energetic brick walls. And that's my comparison. And it's weird because in past years, I look back when I've been stuck like this energetically, there's usually a logical reason why. Like I may have gone through a loss or a change or something like that. And for me, for the most part, 2019's been a stable year. You know, life happens, none of us, our lives perfect. We all have stuff that can affect our energy. But in the scheme of things, this was not an intense year like that. And I've talked to people, especially empaths, and they have said the same thing. Were logically excited to start new projects or new things, and then they'd start and stop, or like they'd feel like energetically they're being pushed back. And that's one of the things I dealt with this year, especially with this whole Empath Now project. I had these great ideas. I invited people onto the show, onto the podcast who said yes. And to begin with, I had all this energy and motivation and inspiration, and then it just stopped and I felt like I was going backwards. And I was talking to a business colleague who I've known for years, and we were in a group together, and I was telling her that. She's like, Tara, that makes no sense. She's like, I've known you for years, and one of the things I've always admired about you is you come up with an idea and you just implement it. You try new things, and that excitement was still there this year, but I just felt so stuck. So I'm someone that, part of me knows intuitively, knows in my heart that things happen for a reason and they lead you to where you're supposed to be and all that, and you learn lessons. That I do understand. And logically, intuitively, I know that and I understand that. But there's also a side of me that's rational, that's analytic, that really benefits to have some type of logical reason to why, I'm feeling stuck, or why the energy feels like energetic molasses, and why I'm bumping into energetic brick walls. So I did a little bit of research, and there were things that made sense. The astrology this year, the planetary alignments and all that, a bunch of planets that were retrograde going backwards, and planetary alignments and this and that. So that made sense. And then also the time that we're in. People have said it's almost like we're in the middle of an eclipse. Like you take the number 8, and that right in the middle between the two loops is where like 2019 would fall in like some timeline or whatever you call it. So you have the beginning before the loop is like the 1900s, that energy. The loop, the 8 big loop after the middle is what the future, so the 2020s and beyond. And where we are right now in 2019, we're almost like in that eclipse where we're kind of stuck. We're being pulled in one direction to the future and pulled back energetically in another direction to the past. So that would make sense about why a lot of us are feeling stuck and bumping into those energetic brick walls. And I think a lot of people in general feel this or experience it, but it seems like it's even more intensified for those of us who are empaths, and it makes sense. So not only are we picking up on our own energetic blocks and energetic molasses, some of us are absorbing and picking up other people's energy. So it makes sense why those of us as empaths, someone like myself, is extra stuck or is going through extra thick molasses. So I think for me, just kind of knowing that there's a logical reason and okay, yeah, it's going to get better. New year, new decade and all that. That's helpful. But there are also other things that we can do to remove some of the energetic blocks and energetic debris. And doing an energetic block clearing is something that can be very beneficial and very helpful. And so what I've done this year, a gift to you, to all my listeners, is I have added a free energetic block clearing and healing session to the Empath Now Empowerment Source. And it's specifically geared towards clearing out and removing energetic blocks so you will have success in 2020. And it's a little less than 10 minutes long, and it's in the Empath Now Empowerment Source. So if you're already signed up for that, you will get an email letting you know it's there. If you're new, just go to empathnow.com and put your name and email address, and you'll be sent information on how to access the Empowerment Source full of tools and resources, including the energetic block clearing and healing session for 2020. And I did it. I did the clearing myself, and I have noticed it's helpful. Or also, but I'm like, as I'm recording this right now, it's almost Christmas, and I sometimes forget that this is something I go through almost every year. Like, I am ready for the new year in October. Like, I was joking to somebody recently, like, I think I'm from like a reality where there's only 10 months in a year. So the end of October comes, I'm like done. I'm like, I am ready for the new year, new energy. And I know numerology speaking, or numerology wise, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, October usually brings in the energy of the new year. So it kind of makes sense why I'm feeling that. But this year it's been like that push-pull. Like, I've been stuck. Okay, there's the energy from the beginning of the year. There's the upcoming energy for the next year. So almost like being pulled in two different directions, which makes me stuck. So that's another logical reason why my energy's been somewhat stuck. So I know a lot of you listening right now, it's almost Christmas and you're thinking about Christmas. And a lot of us right now are also thinking about the new year, the new decade. I'm excited for different things that I'm going to be implementing in 2020 for the Empath Now project and my other projects. So that's exciting. But doing an energetic block clearing and healing session can help you remove and get rid of the energetic gook from 2019 and before. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen. And if you have related to what I'm saying about the energy of 2019, I really recommend going up and signing up for the Empath Now Empowerment Source and doing the energetic block clearing session for 2020. Thanks again, everyone, and I will be back with new and exciting stuff in 2020.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of the Empath Now podcast. If you have not done so already, be sure to stop by empathnow.com and sign up for the free Empath Now Empowerment Source. The Empath Now Empowerment Source is full of free tools and resources to help you live a more empowered life as an empath. And remember, you as an empath have the power and control within you to make the changes to live a happy and empowered life.